Imagine waking up 40,000 years ago. There are no mirrors, no razors, no barbers, no shaving cream. The nearest store is thousands of years away from existing. You splash cold water on your face from a river, touch your beard, and simply walk away. For almost all of human history, shaving wasn't something people chose not to do. It wasn't even a question. But why? If beards can become itchy, hot, and messy, why didn't ancient humans remove them? When did humans first decide that smooth skin looked better than a thick beard? The answer isn't as simple as, they didn't have razors. In fact, your beard may have helped your ancestors survive. Let's start with the obvious question. Did ancient humans even grow beards? Yes. Modern humans, Homo sapiens, have been capable of growing facial hair for at least 300,000 years. Neanderthals almost certainly grew beards too. If you traveled back to the Ice Age, you would probably see many adult men with thick facial hair. Of course, not everyone could grow a giant beard. Just like today, genetics mattered. Some men probably had full beards. Others only had light facial hair. But shaving? That was extremely rare. Why? Because a beard wasn't considered a fashion statement. It was simply part of your body. Think about it. If you spend every day searching for food, avoiding predators, surviving freezing winters, and protecting your family, trimming your beard is probably not high on your priority list. Your next meal matters far more than your appearance. Ancient humans focused on survival. Everything they carried required energy. Every minute mattered. And shaving offered almost no survival advantage. In fact, it may have had disadvantages. Hair provides a small amount of protection. A beard can help reduce direct sunlight on the skin. It offers slight insulation against cold weather. It may even protect the face from scratches caused by branches, rocks, and rough vegetation. Scientists don't believe beards were life-saving armor. But they certainly weren't useless. If something isn't causing problems, evolution usually doesn't rush to remove it. Then there's another problem. How exactly would you shave? Steel razors didn't exist. Neither did stainless blades. Neither did disposable razors. The earliest humans only had stone. Sharp stone can absolutely cut hair. In fact, flakes of flint can be sharper than many modern surgical blades. But there's one problem. They're difficult to control. One mistake could leave a deep cut on your face. And remember, there were no antibiotics, no bandages, no emergency rooms. A small infected cut could become extremely dangerous. What seems like a tiny shaving accident today could have become a life-threatening infection thousands of years ago. For many ancient humans, leaving the beard alone was simply safer. Does that mean nobody ever trimmed facial hair? Not necessarily. Archaeologists believe some prehistoric people probably shortened their beards using sharp stone flakes. Others may have used shells. Some may have carefully plucked hairs, but there's very little evidence that clean shaving was common during the Stone Age. Most people likely kept whatever facial hair naturally grew. Now here's something surprising. Hair isn't just about warmth. It can also be a social signal. Today, psychologists have found that beards can make men appear older, stronger, and more mature. We don't know exactly how prehistoric people viewed facial hair. But many scientists think beards may have helped signal adulthood. A thick beard could indicate that someone was fully grown, someone experienced, someone capable of hunting, protecting, and leading. Even among modern primates, physical features often communicate status. Human beards may have played a similar role. But if beards were so useful, why do some modern men shave every day? To answer that, we have to leave the Stone Age. As humans settled into villages and eventually built civilizations, life changed. People were no longer constantly moving across the landscape searching for food. They had homes, communities, jobs, religions, governments. Appearance slowly became more important. For the first time, grooming could communicate identity. One of the earliest civilizations known for shaving was ancient Egypt. This surprises many people. The Egyptians often preferred smooth faces. In Egypt's hot climate, removing facial hair could feel more comfortable. Cleanliness also became connected with religion and social status. Many priests shaved regularly. Some elite Egyptians even removed most of their body hair. Ironically, instead of growing beards naturally, powerful pharaohs sometimes wore fake ceremonial beards during important events. The beard symbolized authority. So the beard didn't disappear. It simply changed meaning. Other civilizations had completely different ideas. Ancient Greeks often admired full beards. Philosophers became famous for them. A beard represented wisdom, maturity, and experience. Then came Alexander the Great. According to historical tradition, Alexander encouraged his soldiers to shave before battle. Enemies could grab a soldier's beard during combat. Whether every soldier actually shaved is debated, but the story shows something important. By this point, shaving had become a deliberate choice rather than an impossible task. The Romans took grooming even further. Barbers became common. A clean-shaven face often represented discipline and civilization. For many Roman men, visiting a barber became part of everyday life, something unimaginable to a hunter living 30,000 years earlier. So why didn't ancient humans shave? Because they had little reason to. Shaving required tools, time, skill, and risk. The benefits were small. The dangers were real. Their beard wasn't a problem waiting to be solved. It was simply another part of being human. There's also a fascinating evolutionary mystery. Humans lost most of the thick body fur that covers other primates. Yet men still grow beards. Why? Scientists are still studying this question. Some believe beards evolved through sexual selection, meaning they helped attract mates or communicate maturity. Others think they helped signal age, health, or social status. The truth is likely a combination of several factors. Even today, researchers continue debating exactly why human males kept facial hair while losing so much body hair. Next time you shave in front of a mirror with a stainless steel razor, remember how unusual that act really is. For more than 99% of human history, no one started their morning thinking, "I need to trim my beard." Instead, they woke before sunrise, checked whether the fire was still burning, looked for fresh tracks in the dirt, gathered their family, and focused on the only thing that truly mattered: staying alive. Your beard wasn't a fashion statement. It wasn't a trend. It wasn't a style. For ancient humans, it was simply part of survival.